Blanca here to do a thoughts slash impressions of One Piece chapter 759. Now, I'm gonna start doing thoughts slash impressions instead of reviews because with reviews I have to condense my bias as much as possible, and I can't say that I was doing the reviews correctly to how they are supposed to be, and plus, this is intended for people who already read the chapters. I'm not trying to review One Piece as a whole, which I can't really do till it's over. So basically, I'm just going to do my thoughts slash impressions for now on weekly chapters. That includes Naruto and Bleach and One Piece and whatever I may start on that is weekly. So yeah, let's get to the chapter now. So this chapter started off with the nutcrackers falling to pieces, and you learn that Sugar was the one who made them nutcrackers, which has been shown in the past that Sugar can do that, but it shows that Sugar somehow got up to the top of the palace, turned them all into nutcrackers, and then got over to Luffy and Law in that amount of time after she woke up from being passed out. So I don't know how she was able to move that far in that amount of time. Especially when Luffy and Law were going up the building as fast as they could. But there must be some kind of shortcut, or they had some kind of way of moving that fast. I meant she had some kind of way of moving that fast. And basically, you see that there's multiple people, and then Gladius shows that trying to trick the soldiers into thinking they care when he doesn't. He said they forgot they even existed, which is pretty sad since they're underlings. But that's what you get when you follow evil people. And then we get back to Luffy, Law versus Doflamingo and Treble. And pretty much you see Doflamingo abusing Bellamy. He's beaten to a pulp, and holy crap, like he's near death. And then Luffy gets pissed off and tries to attack, and then hits Bellamy, and then after that, Bellamy's pretty much one hit away from being killed, and then he controls Bellamy to attack Luffy. So now Luffy won't hit him because he considers Bellamy to be his friend, which sort of is kind of quick for him to make friends, but Bellamy did change, as we saw from what happened at the Coliseum. He was still evil, but not as much. He said, I can't remember what he said, but basically you saw a change when Luffy and Bellamy had their talk in the Coliseum, and that basically Luffy and Law's secret plan starts humming together, where Luffy gets pissed off and then starts charging at Law and performs a Red Hawk, and then Law switches places with Doflamingo, which something interesting happened. I don't know if this is part of Law's power, and I don't know if it'll be overlooked, but I saw that Doflamingo was sitting, and then when Law changed it places, I don't know if he can also change the stance of people when they're doing it, or if he just entirely changed their stances. So if Doflamingo was standing how Law was, or if Doflamingo was just squatting when he got hit by Luffy doing the Red Hawk, who blindsided him, which was awesome. Doflamingo noticed it, but just did not have the time to react because the moment of impact was when they transferred. So for those who think observation hockey would have made Doflamingo be able to block it, he did not have even close to enough time. He's not the speed of light like Kizaru, and even with observation hockey, there's no way he could have known that. He could have seen that through Law and Luffy trying to attack each other, but that's the only thing he could have done. He wouldn't have enough time to actually block that attack. And another interesting thing that was said was Doflamingo saying that Law would be the third Corazon. So I don't know if that just means there was a person before Corazon in the heart seat, or if Law would be the third person in the heart seat, or if there was someone after Corazon in the heart seat, or if there was someone more important to Doflamingo than Corazon before that. But that's a really interesting point that hopefully will be expanded upon soon in another chapter. And then there's the ending where you see Law cut up Treble, so I don't know if Treble's done. And also, when Luffy Red Hawk Doflamingo, it seemed that he punched through him, or it could have been the shockwaves coming out the back, but when you see the scene, you see flames or like gas in the back of Doflamingo after Luffy punched him, not just in the front. So I don't know if Luffy punched through him. I don't know if Doflamingo's strong enough like Whitebeard where he can live with a hole in his chest. But that's that. And we'll see next week for sure what happens. And then I don't know if Law's took in Treble out of commission, if he was using room when he cut him up. So I don't know if he'll just shamble the pieces of Treble and make it so he can't come back together, or if Logias can, his type of Logia can come back together like crocodiles and other Logia users that can come back together. But yeah. So then Luffy and Law have a conversation about being the worst generation, which was a really cool scene at the end. And basically that was the gist of the chapter. Well, mostly all of it, but it was a really good chapter. And I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to still do the rating at the end, but that's about it from a review standpoint. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later.